UFOs, a hot topic that always sparks plenty of debate.
This morning, we are going to introduce you to 3 Central Kentucky women who claim to have experienced an extraordinary event 35 years ago, an event that is one of the best documented UFO cases in the world.
For weeks now, there have been reports of UFO sightings.
Flashback to the 1970s, unidentified flying objects.
One newspaper put a sketch of a supposed extraterrestrial visitor on the front page. Gulfport police have received so many calls that they've posted a nighttime watch.
It's what people across the country were talking about then. And in one small Kentucky town, it's what people are still talking about. Documented in the local newspapers.
We want to see what people saw in 1976.
Many people said they saw something one winter night in Lincoln County, but Mona Stafford is the only woman left to say she experienced it.
Oh, it's the most scariest, terrifying thing I've ever seen in my life.
January 6, 1976 in Stanford, Mona Stafford was turning 36. Mona, along with Louise Smith and Elaine Thomas, planned a simple celebration. Labeled by UFO researchers as possibly the most fact-rooted abduction case on record, the incident begins here at what was once Redwood Restaurant.
Everything was going on a different direction from where I started.
Past 11, the birthday party was over. With Louise driving the Chevy Nova, the 3 women headed down Route 78, a narrow, winding road under a cold, clear sky.
I just seen this light coming down.
An intense red glow heading toward their car, inching closer and closer, until Mona says the object stopped and hovered next to the right side of the car. She says it was a bluish-white dome.
I said, "Lou, step on the gas, let's get out of here." And I looked down, I said, "Man, you're going 85 miles an hour." She just picked her feet up and said, "Mona, I'm not touching it, not touching the pedal."
And it's here the women say that their car finally stopped after going nearly 85 miles per hour. But the car didn't stop entirely. In fact, they say it backed up, heading towards a very dark area, an unknown farm to all 3 of the women. What happened after that forever is written in UFO history.
It pulled us up. That light just pulled us, sucked us up in it.
These drawings describe what each woman says happened next. For Louise, the gray-hooded masked creatures kept her arms from moving. For Elaine, her throat throbbing from something around her neck. For Mona, she lay on a table being observed. All 3 women say they were burned.
Went to my family doctor, and that's when he said, yes, I've had serious radiation.
Their story was the talk of the town and eventually the talk of UFO researchers. Seeking an explanation, the women decided they'd only share it with a psychologist, someone to help explain this strange event. To help unravel this mystery, the National Enquirer arranged for psychologist Leo Sprinkle to investigate the abduction story. Regressive hypnosis at the Brown Motel in Casey County took the women back to the strange darkness. A Lexington police detective gave Mona, Louise, and Elaine polygraph tests. After the session, everyone involved found the women to be truthful.
It's in my eyes when I close my eyes.
While the hypnosis helped the women, it did not explain why they could not fit the unexplained experience in their natural lives. Over the years, Mona Stafford wanted to talk about what happened, but Elaine and Louise didn't like to. And when they passed away, Mona was left to ponder alone.
Did you see that? That light, it's blinding me. I can't see anything.
35 years later, Danville-based playwright Elizabeth Orndorff is talking about the women's story. High Strangeness is a lighthearted tale fit for an audience.
We're lucky that she shared it with us instead of keeping it to herself.
Mona Stafford, Louise Smith, Elaine Thomas, 3 ordinary women with an extraordinary experience. An experience decades later, seemingly without an answer.
I know what it is, but I just want to know.